Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny, and today we are going to be playing one of the most frustrating cards that I think I've ever experienced in Clash Royale. We are going to be playing the new Golden Knight after its buff. They say it's a rework. Honestly, it's a buff, guys. And I figured we should put this into Mortar because I actually feel like you could maybe get some nice lineups here. And I'm running Firecracker as well. It also does help a lot with the Evo Witch meta, so that is something very nice that we can hopefully take advantage of. This guy is cycling incredibly quick, so that's going to be interesting. But I think our Golden Knight is going to get a lot of value in this matchup, especially as we start to get towards double elixir when we can really cycle it a little bit quicker. So, you know, that'll be nice. We're going to get some great skeleton barrel damage there on the tower as well, so I'm happy with that. Now, honestly, guys, like this card makes me so angry whenever I play against it, because I feel like sometimes, you know, it gets on your tower and it makes no sense how it does it. It's honestly, it's so frustrating. I can't stand it. So you know, I can feel for the people I'm about to play against, don't get me wrong. Now, I'm not going to pop the ability there. I don't think it's really going to make sense, but we can just log here. This is actually good that we have the Golden Knight in this matchup, because it definitely will help us get some value out of the Golden Knight. And I'm running Cannoneer as well, just because I have Firecracker, Fireball, Log, and then also Golden Knight. So I feel like I have pretty decent defense against a lot of those spam decks. Now, I'm going to cycle a Firecracker here just to get that going. He'll probably play the Dark Goblin if I had to guess. Let's play the Goblin gang right here just to help out, and then he is going to play the Goblin barrel. I actually don't even think I'm going to pop the ability just because we have so much there to help out, and then we will have the Golden Knight kind of going in there on a counter push. Let's wait and see what he does here. He's going to play the Evo Ice Spirit on that side to take out the Firecracker, which was a good play, don't get me wrong. Let's go ahead and pop the Golden Knight ability just to help it kind of get onto everything. And we are going to get the Spear Goblins onto the tower now, so that's great. And we'll get the Skeleton Barrel there as well, get a little bit of death damage. I'm loving it. So we're in a pretty good position here. And also, really quickly, guys, I'm going to come out with the top 5 best Mortar decks. I'm hoping for a Thursday or Friday. I kind of just want to see what the meta's like a little bit longer before I give you guys my recommendations, because, you know, I feel like people, they upload decks. Oh my gosh, I just got baited while I was talking to you guys. Let's get the Goblins there. I think we will get the Mortar lock. That is awesome. So I will take that exchange any day of the week. But what I was saying before is I feel like people, they make the top 5 best decks for the start of the season, and then, you know, 90% of the decks they talk about are never ever going to be in the meta that season. So it's just a little bit too early to predict quite yet, so I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys 100% good advice. I could pop the Golden Knight ability there to take out the barrel, but I'm just lazy, so I didn't do it because we have such a good lead here. I think that one Fireball will get us the win. Let's go ahead and play Skeleton Barrel here, pop the Golden Knight ability, and that's going to be a win for us. So let's give him a good game, let's give him a good luck, and let's go on into the next match. Alright guys, next matchup now. I don't know if I said this, I don't know if I made my point clear, but I absolutely despise Golden Knight. It is my least favorite card in the game, hands down. I have so much PTSD from it, so just playing it is giving me PTSD. Oh my gosh, okay, hold up. That was a really good zap. I was not paying attention at all. So we're going to take some pretty serious damage here, but I'm not too worried about that because Benny always makes the comeback. Whenever you guys see that happen, I always say, man, I'm going to make the comeback, and I guarantee I'm going to do it. Let's pop the Golden Knight ability just to take out all of those goblins. See, like, that last goblin, obviously it has no effect taking out that last goblin, but like, that was crazy that we got to the very last goblin there because it was pretty far away, you know. And so when it gets onto your tower, it's just so infuriating, especially when they hit you with a tornado and then do it. Oh my gosh, it makes me so angry. Now let's play the Firecracker here to deal with those bats, and then I guess one of them is like Bruce Lee and just completely dodged the Firecracker shot, but that's okay. And then I think I'm gonna have to defensive Mortar here just because I don't really have the Golden Knight to help me out, and then I'm hoping the Mortar takes out the Dark Goblin. It looks like it will, so that's great, and we will defend this Mega Knight pretty easily. See, you check that out already. We're back in the game, tied it up pretty much, and you know, I'm here to kick butt. So let's cycle a Skeleton Barrel here, because then if he goes for the Prince and then he tries to zap my Goblin gang, he's hopefully going to use the zap on the Skeleton Barrel instead. Oh my gosh, and then he messed up the zap. That is kind of crazy. I'm going to be honest, I feel very bad for him because I've done that so many times, but I usually do it with the Ice Wizard. We'll get the Spear Goblins that way. Let's see if he gives us the tower. He's going to play the Bats, which is really good for us because then we can just Evo Mortar. I'm actually going to log on this E-Wiz because that'll take out the E-Wiz, or at least get it low enough so that we get one shot on the tower. And then let's play the Skeleton Barrel actually, because then it will tank for the one Goblin that goes down, and that'll just give us a little bit of extra damage out of that Evo Mortar, which is amazing. And then he's going to Mega Knight. Okay, let's get the Firecracker down, I guess, and then maybe what I'll do is I'll Spear Goblins here, and then Let's do this, and then let's get a Goblin gang down right here. Let's pop the Golden Knight ability as well, just to kind of give us a little bit of extra damage. I'm going to log here, and then we are going to defend all of that, which is great. I have my Fireball, and I have my Firecracker in case anything crazy happens. Let's cycle a Skeleton Barrel here, and then I'll just go for some Spear Goblins right here. We are back to the Golden Knight, so we can just play that now, and then the Firecracker plus the Golden Knight should be a pretty solid defense. Maybe I'll just play actually, we definitely didn't need to do that. I really overestimated that, but that's okay. We can play the Skeleton Barrel into the opposite lane here. The E-Wiz is there, but we don't really have to worry about that. We can just Fireball on the tower, and we will get the win. So let's give him a good game. Let's give him a good luck, and let's go on into the next. Hey guys, next matchup. Now, the biggest thing that I'm finding with Golden Knight is it really does make our matchups against decks that would beat us if we were using, or like when we're using Cannoneer, decks that may give us a lot of trouble. We are having a lot better of a time having the Golden Knight. Like right there, I could take out the Skeleton Barrel, which is great. And then, you know, I still have Log and Firecracker, so it helps us in those types of matchups, even if it's not in a super noticeable way. And then also, when we can get it onto the tower with a Mortar lineup, or take out the things he's trying to kite the Mortar with, it's really quite good. Because a lot of the times, you know, they might play something and expect to have an extra second or whatever to kite the Mortar, and then we pop the ability, and it just gets there in super speed, so that's always great. Now, I'm going to cycle the Skeleton Barrel in the back here. I think we're just going to have to play defensive Mortar here, unfortunately, and then maybe play our Spear Goblins to kind of help out with those skeletons, just because, you know, everything is kind of not in the most ideal position for us. But that was actually a really good defense. I expected to take a lot more damage than I actually did there, so I'm not mad about that. Let's go ahead, let's play the Golden Knight, and then let's just pop the ability, take all of that out there, and then it will get on the Valkyrie. Unfortunately, it won't cross the bridge, but now we can just Firecracker here and get the bats as well, so it's actually going to be really good value. I'm glad that he played the bats there. And then what do we want to do? I don't think it's worth Skeleton Barreling behind that Firecracker, so okay, he's going to kite it, which is good because that gives us a little bit more of an elixir advantage. Let's do this, and then actually I'm going to play a Mortar here, and then I'm going to Log, and I think that we might be able to bamboozle him a little bit. We did not bamboozle him at all. He did get the Ginger down in time, so we're not going to bamboozle him, but we did put some pretty good pressure on him, and he had to play the Firecracker in response as well. And then maybe I'll play the Spear Goblins here, see if the Firecracker locks onto them, and we will get the King Tower activation. So overall, I am very happy about that. And we could probably start to try to get a Firecracker lineup pretty soon here. So let's cycle the Skeleton Barrel in the back, and then I'm going to start the Golden Knight in the back. We can just play our Goblin gang right here to deal with all of this because we have that 3-card cycle going. And then let's pop the Golden Knight ability just to get something moving. And then, oh my gosh, okay, hold up. Let's get the Log down here. And then we are going to get some good value out of that Golden Knight. We got a solid push on the other lane as well. And then I'll play the Spear Goblins right here to help out with the Firecracker. Hopefully they get it down. And then we should get a lock onto the tower here. And then, yes, we do. Okay, that's perfect. So that's really good pressure. And then one more shot as well. I'm loving it. I'm very happy with that. Let's get a Golden Knight down here again. Get that 3-card cycle going. The nice thing as well is this kind of replaces... okay, that's going to be really good Fireball territory. So let's just do that. We completely miss everything we needed to Fireball there, but that's okay. Actually, we got the Firecracker, so I'm not mad about that as we crack on into the sunset. Now, what do I want to do? Let's get a Firecracker first, and then ooh, that was a really poor time to play my Spear Goblins, to be honest. That was like the worst possible place we could play it, but that's okay. We're gonna get some good splash onto his Firecracker, and then I can just Log right here. Let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel, and then let's pop the Skeleton, or the Golden Knight ability, sorry. And then our Firecracker is staying alive a little bit longer, so that's good because we're getting some good value out of it. He's going to Evo Firecracker, and we should get his Firecracker down, I'm thinking. We are getting a ton of damage though, from his Firecracker splash onto our tower because of our Mortars, so we do need to keep that in mind. We are going to get the Spear Goblins on the tower, which is huge, and then I logged a little bit early, but it's okay because we are going to get the Goblin gang. Let's get a Golden Knight here as well, and then let's pop the Golden Knight ability here, get all of that out, and then maybe let's just get a Firecracker here, and then we don't want to panic or anything, but we do need a little bit more from everything, and then his Firecracker should go down. Overall, not bad. Let's get another Mortar down here, and then let's go for a Skeleton Barrel, and then ooh, I might be able to get a Firecracker line up here to get a bit of chip damage on the tower, which will be awesome. We do. Now I'm going to Fireball onto the tower actually, just because we just need a little bit more damage and then we can get the win here. I think we're going to get a lock on the tower actually. I think the mortar will fire in time. Let's pop the Golden Knight ability and take everything out. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful, and we got the win. So let's give him a good game, give him a good luck. Alright guys, last matchup of the video. Let's go ahead and play the mortar here now. I didn't do that in the first match last time, but in this one I'm feeling it. We have the Golden Knight, and that's actually going to be very nice against this matchup, I think, because he has the Witch. So let's start the Golden Knight in the back here, get that 3-card cycle going, and then let's pop the ability now. I'm hoping that it gets onto all of the skeletons. It looks like it will. It's just going to completely ruin this guy's day. And then we can skeleton barrel on this side. Maybe I will play a Goblin Gang into the opposite lane just to really pressure this guy. Looks like we are going to get the Goblin Gang damage, which is huge. So I'm very happy about that. And then, I will Firecracker here and I will Spear Goblins here. I was just about to say he's going to hit me with wall breakers though. We're just going to have to let that get on the tower, unfortunately. Kind of pretty well played by him. We're still up and we still have damage on both sides, which is good, but that was really good wall breakers. I saw that coming and I knew that that was not going to be good. We are going to get the skeleton barrel damage though, actually, because he used so much elixir. So we are in a very, very good position here. We got really good damage. Only thing is, I'm terrified of that Evo Witch. I think maybe what we need to do is we need to Golden Knight ability and then Fireball for the Evo Witch. And we can't Fireball the Evo Witch too early, because if she heals after Fireball, then we are cooked. Looks like this guy is going to try to build up a massive push here. So we need to start our Golden Knight in the back here. I'm wondering if there's going to be a P.E.K.K.A. or something coming out. Looks like it's Mega Knight. Let's go ahead and pop the golden... Oh no! That just sold us so hard. Oh gosh. Okay, hold up. We are going to lose this tower. I'm going to be amazed if we're able to keep this tower. We can get a Goblin Gang here, but like there's no way that we're keeping this tower. And then those wall breakers are going to get on my tower. That is okay. I'm not worried about that because we're going to get some good damage on the opposite lane. And technically we did keep our tower. If the Firecracker can take out the Dark Goblin, that would be awesome. Looks like it will, so now I'm going to Mortar. I'm not going to give him this tower. We do get the Mortar lock. Let's get a Skeleton Barrel down here. And I think the big thing with this guy is he's getting really good damage on us, but it's coming at the cost of being able to defend because he's putting so much into it. We'll get the Golden Knight there just to defend. I'm not going to pop the ability quite yet. We will take that tower, which is going to be huge, and the Evil Mortar should help take everything out with the Witch, and then he's going to play the Mega Knight again. I think we're going to have to defensive Mortar here just to be safe, and then maybe play Skeleton Barrel on the offensive to really push this guy. And then I think I'll play the Spear Goblins here to get both Cannoneers firing onto it. Looks like this guy did give up though, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I love all of you guys. You are amazing, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.